you on the other side of a marriage that did not work the way you thought, it changes everything. It's painful. You know, I just bought a piece of property, first piece of property. In the contract, DeVon Franklin, an unmarried man. I might have well broken down because I never saw this moment. When we said I do, there was never a moment when we were thinking I don't. So to live in the I don't,
that's pain.
You don't know what it's like until you do.
Jonathan Majors and Meagan Good just made it official. They're married. Yep, Mr. and Mrs. Majors have confirmed the news, and while most people are either celebrating or surprised, Meagan's ex-husband, DeVon Franklin, doesn't seem too thrilled. Even though Meagan and DeVon have been apart for a while now, word on the street is that he's not fully over her. Some folks say he's spiraling a bit over the news, like maybe he thought there was still a chance they'd reconnect. But here's where it gets deeper. It might not just be heartbreak that's got DeVon acting out. It could be worry. Right before Jonathan confirmed the marriage, a recording hit the internet where he's clearly heard admitting to putting hands on his ex, Grace Jabari. This was huge, considering he's been denying it for a long time and making it seem like he did nothing wrong. Now, people are saying DeVon warned Meagan about Jonathan, maybe hoping she'd rethink things. But others are saying DeVon has moved on himself and is dating someone new. So, is he concerned for Meagan's safety? Or does he still have feelings for her? Either way, things just got a whole lot messier.
I'm just happy to be here, and I love y'all. So, baby, you want to say anything? I put you on the spot.
Y'all heard the missus, so that's what it is.
He tried to brush it off, saying he meant to call her his fiancée, not his wife. But let's be real, that wasn't a mistake. It felt planned, and it definitely did what it was meant to do. As soon as he said it, the internet lit up with questions. People wanted to know if Jonathan and Meagan had secretly tied the knot. Even though they've kept things pretty low-key, their love has been obvious. Jonathan often shares how deeply he respects and cares for her. There was even a moment when he casually called her Mrs. Won during an interview, which had fans buzzing even more. Back in November, Jonathan and Meagan finally made it official by announcing their engagement. So when he recently referred to Meagan as his wife, it didn't seem like an accident at all. He knew exactly what he was doing. He let the rumor build up, and then a few days later, he confirmed it on national TV. During his appearance on The Sherri Shepherd Show, Jonathan happily told the world that he and Meagan are officially married, and yes, they even showed off their rings. He got emotional too. Whether those tears were real or just part of his acting skills, the moment was sweet and heartfelt. He didn't hold back when talking about the wedding either. Jonathan was smiling from ear to ear while sharing the details. But while he was glowing with joy, someone else wasn't sharing that happiness. Meagan's ex-husband, DeVon Franklin. Since their divorce, DeVon's been living his own life. But rumors have been swirling for a while that he still has feelings for
On the other side of a marriage that did not work the way you thought, it changes everything. It's painful. You know, I just bought a piece of property, first piece of property. In the contract, DeVon Franklin, an unmarried man. I might have well broken down because I never saw this moment. When we said I do, there was never a moment when we were thinking I don't. So to live in the I don't,
that's pain.
you don't know what it's like until
Meagan. Word on the street is that he hoped they might reconnect. And honestly, it kind of adds up, especially considering how often he brings her up when talking about their past and the split. At first, it really seemed like DeVon Franklin had moved on from Meagan Good. He had been seen spending time with a new woman named Maria Castillo, and things looked like they were going well between them. So when the news broke that Meagan had tied the knot with actor Jonathan Majors, it caught a lot of people off guard, especially because multiple sources started claiming that DeVon wasn't taking the news so well. Insiders close to the situation suggested that DeVon might still have unresolved feelings for Meagan. And honestly, it's not hard to believe. Even though DeVon was the one who officially filed for divorce, several reports claimed that Meagan was actually the one who wanted out of the marriage. Supposedly, DeVon hoped they could work things out, but Meagan had already made up her mind. She felt the relationship had run its course. There's also talk that DeVon filed for divorce himself to help protect Meagan from backlash, especially considering the pressure he was already under from people in his church community. If that's true, it makes his recent reaction to her, new marriage, easier to understand. It's not just about her moving on. It's about him realizing that chapter of his life might be closed for good. But not everyone thinks DeVon's reaction is rooted in heartbreak. Some fans believe he's more concerned about who Meagan married, rather than the fact that she remarried. That's because Jonathan Majors has been under serious public scrutiny. Just a few hours before Jonathan announced that he and Meagan were married, an audio clip went viral online. In it, Jonathan could be heard admitting to getting physical with his ex-girlfriend Grace Jabari. That clip sent shockwaves through social media. Many people had defended Jonathan in the past, believing his side of the story. But the leaked recording changed things. Some fans now think that Jonathan only went public about his marriage to Meagan as a way to distract from the negative press. They believe it was all about creating a positive headline to soften the damage caused by the leaked audio. So while it might look like DeVon is just jealous or hurt, some argue that his reaction could actually be concern for Meagan's safety and reputation. After all, she's now connected to someone facing serious allegations. And for someone like DeVon,
I'm ashamed. I never wrestled with a woman before. And it's just, I've never aggressed a woman. I aggressed.
You strangled me and pushed me against the car.
Yeah, all those things are under aggress.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's never happened to me. So
because I said something sarcastically, if in your eyes.
Clearly it's more than that.
Yeah.
Clearly that.
Something inside of you.
who was once close to her, that might not sit right. At the end of the day, the internet is split. Some think DeVon is still in love with Meagan. Others believe he's just worried she's in a risky situation. Either way, the drama surrounding this love triangle has everyone talking, and it doesn't look like the conversation is dying down anytime soon. After photos of Grace Jabari's injuries surfaced, many people online started to question Jonathan Majors' intentions, especially regarding his relationship with Meagan Good. People believe Jonathan was trying to use Meagan's strong public image to soften the backlash against him. Meagan is widely admired, and some fans felt he was hiding behind her popularity to escape accountability for what he had done. From the beginning, there were rumors that Jonathan got involved with Meagan, not just out of love, but as a way to clean up his public image. Their relationship started not long after allegations of domestic violence against him came to light in March 2023. Jonathan immediately hired a legal team to defend himself. His lawyer claimed that he was innocent and even said Jonathan was actually the victim. They said they had video footage, witness statements, and written messages from Grace that cleared him. Despite all that, the charges were not dropped. So when Meagan showed up with him at court, people were stunned. Many accused Jonathan of trying to rebuild his reputation by attaching himself to another respected black woman, after a white woman accused him of abuse. Meagan stood by his side and even appeared in court multiple times. But when text messages between Jonathan and Grace were leaked, things got messy. The messages suggested Jonathan may have been manipulating Grace emotionally. She apologized for trying to take his phone and said she'd tell doctors she hit her head. Jonathan responded with emotional, guilt-driven messages, even mentioning thoughts of harming himself. This caused even more backlash and made people question what was really happening in their relationship. Eventually, Jonathan was found guilty of a misdemeanor for harming Grace. He was not convicted of the more serious charges, but was sentenced to probation and had to complete a domestic violence program. Still, some people thought he got off too easy, while others felt he should never have been found guilty at all. The Manhattan District Attorney didn't hold back, saying the case showed a pattern of emotional manipulation and control, something they see often in domestic violence cases.
At the end of the day, I One thing I know is I can always look myself in the mirror when I trust my spirit, when I trust God, when I ask God, and when I, move to the beat of my own drum. I can always look and say, okay, I'm proud of that. No matter whatever happens, I have peace in my heart, I have harmony in my heart, and it's only when I do something based on someone else saying, well, I think you should do this. And I take everyone I love's opinion and advice into account for sure, but at the end of the day, I'm the one who has to live my life, and I'm the one who has to, get to heaven one day prayerfully and give God an account of what I did. And so I want to be responsible for the choices that I make.
Even with the mixed reactions, Jonathan's reputation took a major hit, and so did Meagan's. She got dragged online, especially after it was reported that she was paying Jonathan's bills, including his child support and a $75,000 training fee. People were shocked. Some even said Meagan might struggle financially if she kept supporting him. Fans weren't the only ones concerned. Word is, even Meagan's close friends and family weren't happy about her being with Jonathan. So while many online were quick to criticize, those closest to her had their doubts from the beginning too. Meagan Good decided to marry Jonathan Majors, even though plenty of people close to her were worried, including her ex-husband, DeVon Franklin. According to sources, DeVon is seriously concerned for Meagan's well-being. Apparently, after doing some research into Jonathan's past, he came across things that made him uneasy. What he found didn't sit right with him, especially given what others who had known Jonathan for years had to say. One of the first people to speak out was filmmaker A.B. Allen. Way before the abuse allegations against Jonathan became public, Allen tweeted about an unnamed actor who was being hyped online, but was, in truth, a cruel and harsh person. At the time, nobody knew who the tweet was about, and it flew under the radar. But once Jonathan's legal troubles came to light, people started connecting the dots. Eventually, Allen confirmed that his tweet was indeed about Jonathan. Another person, Tim Nicolai, an actor who worked with Jonathan in theater, was even more direct. He flat out called Jonathan a manipulative and dangerous person. Tim said people in New York, and especially at Yale, where Jonathan studied, had known about his behavior for a long time. He expressed frustration that it took this long for anything to come out. All of this has led many to believe that DeVon might have a good reason to be so upset.